guys, it's Elena, and today I have a super long time in the making video for you. So today we're finally going to be reviewing some Mother Ease cloth diapers. I have owned these for probably 2 years and still haven't put out a review for you guys, and I'm super duper sorry about it. I don't know what it is, but it just took me a really long time to finally decide to tell you guys about these diapers. So I have an Uno, a Duo, and this is an airflow cover with a fitted inside. So let's just start off with this guy then. So the airflow covers come in different sizes depending on like what size your kiddo is. So I have a large, which is from 20 to 35 pounds. And first of all, the Mother Ease like waterproof layers are all, they kind of sound plasticky, but they are super thin and flexible, like so thin that you can like almost see out of them. So first of all, it kind of makes you like worried that they're not gonna hold up, but these have held up perfectly fine for me. Like I said, I've had them for like 2 years that I've been using them. So anyway, Bear is starting to potty train here the last few months, so I haven't been using them as much these last few months, but I kept them with me while I was staying at my parents'. So for like almost a year, when I didn't have all of my cloth diaper collection, I kept these guys so that I could continue using them and formulating a review for you guys. So they were being used that whole time. They were not in storage during that whole time, and they've held up fine. Even though I thought like, man, these are super thin, they held up fine. They've been perfectly fine. And I throw my waterproof stuff in the dryer. I'm not super careful with it at all. So they've been great. So the fitted here that I have is a 1 size, and honestly, it's starting to get a little tight on Bear using both of these snaps here. They're really close together, the snaps for the waist. But they do have a crossover snap, which is super unique for a fitted, I would say. They don't have any rise snaps. You can just kind of like fold it down if you kind of need it a little bit smaller for baby. But yeah, just kind of a standard fitted. It doesn't have a flap inside. It's all just sewn together, so it is nice and thick through here. However, the weird thing about this guy, when I did my absorbency test on it, it only held 1 cup of liquid before it started pooling over, which is not great for a fitted. Usually, you know, you should at least be able to get 1.25 cups as like, that's what I call my baseline. Like, I like to see a cloth diaper with 1.25 cups of absorbency to be like a standard everyday kind of absorbency. And this guy didn't quite make it, which I thought was kind of disappointing for a fitted. I feel like in practice, it's a little bit better than that. I do usually use this like at bedtime with a couple of like bamboo or hemp inserts to go with it to kind of boost it up a little bit. But yeah, not the greatest absorbency, and also the fit is just kind of weird. I feel like I have to go like way far out in the waist for this guy. Even though Bear, I don't even know what Bear's weight is, but he's a very average sized kiddo and he's only like, you know, 2.5, and I just feel like it should be fitting him really okay, and it's kind of getting a little tight on him at this point. Anyway, so the airflow cover is a little bit weird. It's not like your usual cover, but I do find that it has its uses, okay? So it is strange. It has like on the sides here, it only has 2 snaps, and this panel is really big. So you get this big gap in here that there are no snaps. You know, kind of strange. But it's called the airflow because it's supposed to be able to be a bit more breathable than a regular cover, right? So once again, you got these like big old holes here on the sides, and it is a very generous sized cover. It's really big. It has no snaps to make it smaller or bigger. Like I said, it comes in like the specific size for kiddo in the specific weight range. This one is a large. It is really big. But I feel like if you're somebody who uses flats folded around kiddo or pre-folds folded around kiddo, and you like to let them go without a cover, but sometimes you just need a cover, like if you're going to the store or something, I could see this as something that like people who just only use flats and pre-folds put this over top, and it just makes a super flowy, like it just, there is a lot of airflow, there is a lot of movement, just like a basic cover to go on top that will kind of save your furniture and kiddos' outfits when you need to. Like, I can just imagine somebody who only uses pre-folds or flats and lets kiddo just run around with a straight pre-fold or flat all summer long, uses this when you need to like actually go somewhere. I can understand why people would be into this. It's just not exactly like something that I used a ton, but I can totally get why people would really like it. I just felt like it was because it's so big and flowy, you know, it just seemed really bulky and it seemed just larger than it needed to be. I don't know how to say it. Like, it made their butt look super floofy, you know, like it was just kind of really oversized looking. Like, they look like, you know, bloomers. They look like old school, like it's like plastic pants, but you have the side snaps on it pretty much. Like I said, I could totally see why people would use it. You wouldn't want to just pad fold something inside of this and stick it on kiddo like you can with some more fitted covers. This is a very loose fitting cover that's going to work over fitted diapers, pre-folds folded on, flats folded on. This is just something to go on top to make it waterproof. I can see why people would like it. I know I keep saying the same thing. I can see why you would like it, but it just wasn't something that I super reached for a lot. I'll just leave it at that. Let's move on here. Next I have, let's do the Uno next. So the Uno is an all-in-one. The absorbency is all sewn in. You can see here that it's not backed straight up to the waterproof layer, which I love to see. I hate when all-in-ones are all like totally sewn together so that you get no airflow in here. You have airflow, you have water flow, you can get cleaner and dry faster like this. I like that design. I like that the inside insert actually splays out here like on the wings so that you get more coverage and more absorbency inside. It's not just like one rectangular strip of absorbency. It actually goes out quite a bit on the butt and you get more space here on the front side as well. I like the design of this. I do feel like even though it does have, you know, this space here for water and airflow, I do feel like it came out of the dryer a little bit damp most of the time and I would have to lay it out or run it in another cycle to get it completely dry. You guys know that's one of my biggest pet peeves. I love using flat diapers because they are one single layer. They wash really well, they dry really well. Things that have a lot of layers all sewn in together and are big and fluffy are going to take longer to dry. And these are no exception. If that doesn't bug you, then that's great. I wish it didn't bug me. So just my personal preference, I like it when stuff comes out of the dryer completely bone dry, and these guys don't always do that. So the absorbency on the Uno got 1.25 cups, which is my bare minimum. That's a great baseline. I love seeing that. The perfect amount of absorbency for a regular everyday diaper, and you do have this space back here that if you need a little booster, you could shove some kind of little booster back behind there and it would be perfectly fine for kiddo if they need a little bit extra absorbency. Next I have the Duo, which is an all-in-two system. So you have a cover and a snap-in insert here, and when you snap them together they are super similar to the Uno. So let me snap this guy in here in the back. So you have 2 snaps on either side on the back part of the cover, and then you have 1 snap on either side in the front. So you do have to snap in 6 snaps to get this guy actually attached together, which is a lot of snaps if you ask me. That's a lot to get your diaper all put together. But once it's put together, it's very similar to the Uno. You just have a big splayed out section. Like, look how wide those wings go on the absorbency on the back. You just have, it's so much better than just a regular little rectangle insert. I love, you got some stains here because it's a cloth diaper. Stains don't bug me. I hope they don't bug you. Yeah, so you have lots of space. Like, look at that. It's plenty of room. Like, if there's gonna be a poo situation, it's probably not gonna get onto the cover itself. It's probably gonna be okay because you just have so much space on this insert, which I really love to see. And this guy, I don't know how, but this guy held 1.75 cups, which is a great absorbency. That's like almost, you know, nap time, like a big, you know, a long nap time absorbency in my book. Love seeing that. But I don't really love having to snap 6 snaps every time I want to put it in together into one diaper, right? So this is one of those reviews that is really hard for me because I don't know what to say. On the surface, these seem like really great diapers, you know, as far as absorbency and like just the facts about these diapers seem really great, but I was not a big fan of any of these really. I feel like it had a lot to do with the fit. I feel like because these covers, like the waterproof layers, are so thin and flimsy, I felt like they never really got a great fit. Like I always felt like the front like rolled in and sat weird on kiddo. I don't know what it was. I just wasn't a really big fan of them. And so I don't know how to leave off this video because on the surface, they seem like really great diapers. And I could see how some people would really, really love them, but they are just not something that I wanted to reach for. I always avoided these guys. These were like the things that I used when I hadn't done laundry in like 5 days, and they are all that I had left, you know? And I feel bad saying that because they're not bad diapers at all. It's just that they're not something that I really reached for personally. My favorite out of the bunch would have to be the airflow cover because I understand why people would really want an option like this that's not super close to kiddo, not really tight on kiddo, just very airy and movable and can fit over anything because it's really oversized. You know, you got lots of space. You know, you don't have to worry about tucking in anything on the legs or whatever. I feel like it was just, it's a really unique, like I don't know that there are any other covers that are quite like this out there right now, and I do really like it. Even though I didn't really reach for it. What? So yeah, I'm sorry that this review isn't more conclusive here at the end. I would say try them out if they look interesting to you, but they just weren't something that I was super reaching for. With all the cloth diaper options that I had, they just weren't something that I really chose very often. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you at least got to see some features that you wanted to see or whatever. I don't know. I hate when a review comes like this at the end. After 2 years of using these diapers and having them on my mind and knowing I need to make a review about them, maybe that's why it took me so long to make a review, because I don't really have a conclusion. Like, I wasn't really a fan of them, but I see how some people could be fans of them. So, maybe that's why it took me forever to finally film this for you guys. So if you did find this video helpful in any way, please give it a thumbs up. If it was at least entertaining for you, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what else you want to see here on this channel. We're moving out of the cloth diaper world. You know, Bear is potty learning. If there are other videos that you want to see, just let me know down in the comments below and I'll try to get that done for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.